saw him last night. I kept telling y'all, he's a bad man. He's special, okay? It's just that simple. Aaron Rodgers coming up, Lamar Jackson coming up, Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson, because somebody in here talking a whole bunch of stuff about what he knows. We know he a football expert, but damn it, he an author too now. So guess what? He think he the man. He thinks he's the man. About to find out. First takes in the house. Let's go.
Been pretty damn good for a while. You have a game like that, you usually bounce back.
That's responding to last week, all the crap they took.
Rodgers wants to throw for it again, and he's got it. Touchdown, Packers. Rodgers fires.
He's feeling it right now. He threw it right by that linebacker's ear.
A 4-touchdown game for Aaron Jones.
People like to say a lot of bullshit, and it's nice to come back in here after a game like that.
Good day. What's going on, everybody? Welcome into First Take. Thank you for being with us. Super Bowl champ Keyshawn Johnson, an author, Stephen A. Smith. I'm Molly Karam Rose. The Forgotten First.
The Forgotten First. You see the title, see the name on the top of that book right there? See the name on the top of that book right there? That's Keyshawn Johnson.
My man Bob Glauber in there with me.
Yeah, he's good.
I worked on the book with him. I didn't write the book.
What's it about?
It's about 4 black NFL players that was reintegrated in 1946 back into the NFL.
All right.
You know, it was a little 12-year hiatus right there that we were not allowed to be a part of the NFL. It's
important story to tell.
Absolutely, 100%.
Right. Good for you.
Way to go, my man. Way to go.
I just got to say one thing.
Yes.
You're a little too excited.
Yeah.
You played the Lions.
Yeah.
Relax. It's not a Super Bowl.
Let's go, Molly.
Right.
Let's go.
Aaron Jones playing inspired to honor his father in his first game since his passing from COVID-19 complications, wearing his ashes around his neck and having an outstanding 4 TD game, leading Green Bay to a Monday Night Football win over Detroit 35-17 over the Lions. Now, keep in mind, he did lose the ashes, but he said if there's any place to lose them, my father would want it to be in the end zone. So they're going to continue to look for those.
Yes.
The other, Aaron, also had 4 TDs.
Earlier in the week, you said that there wasn't a change in preparation, but was there a change in attitude, especially after some of you guys said maybe there was some overconfidence going into the Saints game?
I don't know, I think we maybe tried to show that we cared a little bit more tonight.
Obviously you cared last week, but do you feel like it looked like you didn't last week? Is that kind of what you're implying?
I just think people like to say a lot of bullshit, and it's nice to come back in here after a game like that.
Aaron,
And there's so many overreactions that happen on a week-to-week basis. So it's nice to come out, have a good performance, and get the trolls off our back for at least a week.
See, now I see why you all get along, because that's something you would do if you played in a post-game press conference.
Right.
All right, they played the Lions, but I'll let you celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Rodgers concern gone?
Well, first of all, yes. Let me say that very, very quickly. I'm not concerned about Aaron Rodgers. I was disgusted by that atrocious performance he put forth a week ago, which is something that I came on television and acknowledging. He could call it BS all he wants to. We all know how much I love Aaron Rodgers. He's a bad man, but he was very, very bad in week 1. It was an embarrassing performance he put up against the New Orleans Saints, and there's absolutely positively nothing wrong with somebody pointing that out, because Aaron Rodgers needs to be reminded of the fact that he has established the standard of expectation that comes along with him. We didn't do that. He went on the field for over a decade and showed us a level of greatness we've rarely seen in the history of the National Football League from the quarterback position. So when you play like straight garbage, which is what he did in week 1, it's a problem. We're going to point it out, and that's that. Now, did I expect him to do what he did last night? You're damn right I did. Now, sometimes history will have something to do with it. He was 6-0 coming off a loss, okay? He won 6-0. He's undefeated. Not to mention the fact last night marked the 5th consecutive time following a loss that he threw 4 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's now got 20 touchdowns and 0 interceptions coming off a loss. The brother is elite, and it was against the Detroit Lions. I get that. But here's why I say I have no concern about him. I didn't say the Packers in terms of their defense because that's a different problem altogether. I'm still not sold, even though they held Detroit scoreless in the second half, Keyshawn. I'm still not sold on Green Bay's defense with Joe Barry as the defensive coordinator. I don't think he should be there. I think Mike Pettin should still be there personally. That's where I stand with it. Having said all of that, I see Davante Adams had 8 receptions for 121 yards. I'm looking at Aaron Jones last night with his 4 touchdowns, and I'm saying if Aaron Jones is actively and productively involved in this offense, I have no concerns about Green Bay's offense, which means I have no concerns about Aaron Rodgers.
Well, as long as you got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback, there will be no concerns on the offensive side. You mentioned a defense. Defense is not very good. And Joe B is a friend of mine as the defensive coordinator. Yeah, they probably pulled the trigger on Mike Pettin a little too soon for whatever reasons. That playoff game kind of got him sent him packing. The Green Bay Packers, if you go back to last week against the New Orleans Saints, they didn't make the necessary adjustments that they needed to make throughout the course of the game. And Aaron Rodgers, in fact, talked about that. When you look at the Detroit Lions, Aaron Glenn, the former defensive back coach in New Orleans, is now the DC of the Lions. So they getting a second dose of what New Orleans is running in Detroit with Aaron Glenn, who's the defensive coordinator. So they made these adjustments by running the ball, getting the ball to Aaron Jones, doing different things on the offensive side. That's why you see a guy like Davante Adams be a part of what they're doing now. It's pretty easy and simple, Stephen A. When I get a second look at something and I'm tuned up and I'm ready to go, it's easier for me. I can process the information. They ran cover 2 shell, which is 2 high safeties, and Aaron Rodgers just picked his poison. If I'm going to dump it down to the back going to get it. Otherwise, I'm going to hit the tight end. Then when you look at the long, beautiful throw. It's like a beautiful throw to Davante Adams over the outside shoulder. But that's not the beauty of Aaron Rodgers. The beauty of Aaron Rodgers is getting the football into the playmakers' hands, not slowing them down, allowing them to catch the football and get the yak yardage, not throwing it behind them, too high, low, twisting and turning. Yes. When you think about that sort of stuff, that's why Aaron Rodgers is good. Everybody look at the beautiful 50-plus yard touchdown catch by Davante Adams and go, wow. No, it's the 2x2 check down to Aaron Jones coming out of the backfield for the touchdown. Didn't throw it behind him, threw it in front of him. Or it's the seam route on the tight end when the Mike is chasing him down the middle of the field and he drops it right over the Mike linebacker's head.
That's right.
For a touchdown.
That's
the beauty of Aaron Rodgers. As long as he continues to do that,
what we're talking about
the Packers is going to be they're going to be something to be reckoned with toward the end of the season.
We're talking about arguably the most elite thrower in the history of football. I mean, when we talk about, I know we talk about Patrick Mahomes because Patrick Mahomes is that dude and he's special and he's the most recent Super Bowl champion and we haven't seen a talent like that ever, blah, blah, blah. But I would make the argument when you look at Aaron Rodgers in terms of his accuracy, this is why it was such a shock when we saw in week one. In week one, we've never seen that from him before. So when Aaron Rodgers stands up there at a press conference and he's talking about BS and all of this other stuff, most instances he's absolutely on the money. Last night, no, that wasn't BS. You did that to yourself because we saw you do things in week one you simply don't do. Look at the mile in which he threw it behind. I think it was Davante Adams when it got intercepted against, when he jumped up in the air.